Hello, welcome to today's update from your self-sufficient farmer from Nigeria. Today is July the 2nd, 2023. Yes, it's been some time since the last update, but I'm happy to be back with this update. And today we're going to be talking about some of the updates from the last one. We will talk about the solar dehydrator, which is now operational. We'll talk about updates on the goats, the rabbits, and some of the challenges we've had on the farm since the last time. Yes, we've had some challenges which could have discouraged someone, but like I told you, as part of my learning as a farmer, is you have to be very persistent. Don't give up easily. In spite of the challenges you see, learn from them and overcome them, and that's what I am practicing. Update on goats. Yes, one of the challenges we had since the last time is that several weeks ago, the only male among the goats just died suddenly. And that male is a different breed from the female, if you remember. The male is Sokoto Red, and the female are West African Dwarf, which are native to southwestern Nigeria. And we are trying to crossbreed them so that the offspring will be bigger. And he just suddenly died. And that is very unusual among ruminants for them to die suddenly like that. And we did some investigation, and the first suspect was snake bite. But we examined all the body and didn't find any snake bite mark. So we ruled that out. Unfortunately, we did not do a proper postmortem to open up the guts and see what was inside. Due to lack of experience, we did not take the decision to do postmortem, proper postmortem investigation. So, but on discussing with experienced farmers and vets, the most likely cause of death was that something blocked its throat and the food channel. And the most likely suspect is nylons, presence of nylons and plastics in the compound. And when we investigated, we found there were lots of leftover nylons and plastics from the construction time in the area where the goats play. So we've since then been more careful. We've picked all the nylons and plastics, and the rest are doing well so far. And we plan to replace the Sokoto Red male very soon. But like I told you, even before he died, we were sure that 2 of the 5 females were already pregnant. There is a high possibility that the 3rd one is pregnant, but we'll see after some time. But like I said, we will get a replacement. And if I may just talk about the chickens, since they're in the same area and you've seen some of them, they are doing very well also. They are roaming freely and growing. They are very big now. They are up to table weight now. And yes, even today, I for the first time, I'm taking 2 of them home to be eaten at home, to be butchered and eaten at home. They haven't started laying eggs. Chickens start laying egg at 18 weeks. But I think they will attain that within the next 4 weeks. And we are getting ready to prepare their nesting boxes in their house for them. So another setback we had was with our sweet corn program. And what happened was our nursery for sweet corn we suddenly found that some pests were eating the seedlings, the very young seedlings, and we kept trying to observe. They always come at night to eat them, so we kept trying to observe what they were and different ways of getting rid of them. It didn't work. All the methods we tried didn't work initially, and eventually we discovered they were rats or mice that were coming to eat the seedlings. So we decided to build this greenhouse you're looking at here. This is our own self-built greenhouse, and then with netting on the sides and some reinforcement in the floor or on the ground all around it to prevent them from burrowing under. So this is how we're getting over that setback. Some of our sweet corn are still growing. This, you can see some here, you can see some over there. So we still have some, but then the next batch come that we're going to plant from seed to nursery. This will now be our nursery from now on. The third challenge we've had in the same time frame is personnel. We have 2 permanent staff on the farm and 1 part-time farm manager who oversees them. So one of the permanent staff, the younger guy, proved to be lazy and unreliable at work, and we had to let him go. We got a replacement immediately. Unfortunately, after a week of working, the replacement said he wanted to go resume his former job in a factory where he had been laid off. So the factory is owned by a politician who, before the election, laid them off. But now that his party had won the election, he reopened and he had to go back. So yeah, and since then it's been proving difficult to find. It proved difficult for like 8 weeks, 2 months to find a replacement. Well, we finally found one now, and he's been around for a few weeks now. So we've recovered from that, but personnel issue is a critical issue in farming in Nigeria. It's a critical issue, finding good hands who can work hard and are reliable. This is the solar dehydrator installed and working. I'm going to show you close up of it. So this is where the sun enters and it hits the inside. So let me open it up and we see inside. So this is the inside. Okay. Ideally, all this inside should be painted black so that it can absorb more heat. And the reason I put these metals is also for them to absorb heat. And initially, when I first did it, there was no fan, so it wasn't cooling. It wasn't here working fast enough, drying fast enough. So I installed these 2 fans. These are used computer fans, 12 volts DC, and they are powered by these 2 solar panels here. These are cheap solar panels, small cheap solar panels that are available on the market. They are sold for charging phones and other devices. So they generate 6 volts. So I bought 2 of them and connected them in series to make the 12 volts that are needed for these 2 fans. So there we have there we are. And let me show you the back side, where the products are. Okay, so this is the chamber where the products are kept. And as we can see, there are different trays, and each tray has different products for now. So this tray I just loaded this morning with shoko vegetable. This here I have two things: stevia, that's the sweet sugar leaf, and the remaining space for shoko. Still shoko here, but the remaining of the trays are grass. I put this about 3 days ago. They're about dried enough now. These are all grass, so I'm making hay. I'm making hay for my rabbits. So once this grass is dried enough, I will store them as dried grass. That is what is hay, and my rabbits I can feed them to my rabbits at any time. So that's it. Very simple. The hot air comes in through here as it heats up, and by convention in physics, hot air rises. So it rises to the top, hot air rises to the top and escapes through here. So we can regulate how much of air we want to come out at any time by moving this. Simple principle, but it works. And the advantage of drying things in this way, where its sun is not directly shining on the things, is that all the nutrients are preserved. All the nutrients are preserved. Only the water is taken out. But if we dry things in the sun directly, then a lot of the nutrients are lost. So that's the solar dehydrator. I still continue to improve on it. Okay, when I look at it, and if I see any idea of improvement of making it even hotter, I put in it. This is our fish pond, our tilapia fish pond, and by our schedule, the parent stock that we put in are now big, and they would have reproduced. So what we should have done over the last month or two is to drain the whole pond and separate the parent stock from the children. But because of the personnel issues we had, we couldn't do that. We decided to focus on other things. But within the next 2 weeks, that is to be done. But what we did was to build another pond, that one over there, which is slightly bigger than this original one. So when we separate the babies, the juveniles, from the parent stock, we're going to put the juvenile over there and feed them to be monosex. From what we're learning, I'm still a student on this, the monosex become much bigger than the parents. So that's what we're planning. So we'll be giving you updates as we go on. An update on the rabbits. They are doing very well, growing bigger, and we've had a few new baths since the last time. And I think the last time I recorded, these ones were just babies then. They are very big now, these two, and they're actually more than 8 weeks old now, ready for their own cages. So I'll move them in the next today or tomorrow. And here we are. And this is another new bath we had since then, and four lovely ones survived. So we had a lot of, have quite a number of babies. All our cages are almost full. Okay. Yeah, 4 babies here also. I think we have, yeah, there are 4 there. 4 there, and another 4 here. And both males are actually performing the mating. All the matings I've done have been almost 100% successful. Only this one. This is the only one I'm still watching now. It didn't give birth on the due date, which was about a week ago. So it seems that wasn't successful. So yeah, rabbits are doing well. This 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 males, and 5. This is also a male. They are young males that are ready for butchering for the table. So the harvest of today, we have 2 bunches of plantain, not very big, but mature. Then we have 2 crates of vegetables, all sorts. Again, ewedu, water leaf, shoko, mint. I think this is stevia. I know there's spring onion there also. This is spring onion. So lots of variety of vegetables, and even more here. We have lettuce, kale, spinach, and some cucumber. So not a bad harvest for today to take home for the week. And then here we have 2 chicken and 1 duck, which we are taking home also for meat. So you can see our little chickens that we bought a day old are already table size. This is the first time we are harvesting out of them for the table. So I'm a happy farmer.